Disciplined. It's the word everyone respects, but few truly live by. You don't need more motivation. You don't need the perfect circumstances. What you need is the ability to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like it. Because in the end, discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Today, I want to give you a blueprint, a way of living, a system, a mindset that can help you do what must be done. When it must be done, no matter how you feel in the moment. This is the discipline blueprint. Motivation is like a spark. It lights quickly, but it fades just as fast. Think about the times you started something with excitement. A new workout, a new side hustle, a new routine. In the beginning, you felt unstoppable. But a week later, a month later, the spark dimmed. That's because motivation relies on emotions. Emotions are unreliable. Some mornings you wake up energized. Other mornings you don't even want to get out of bed. If your success depends on feeling like it, you're already setting yourself up to fail. Discipline is different. Discipline doesn't ask, do I feel like it? Discipline says, this is what I said I'd do, and I'll do it. That's why the most successful people in history weren't always the most motivated. They were the most disciplined. Serena Williams didn't become a champion because she always felt like training. She became a champion because she trained whether she felt like it or not. Steve Jobs didn't build Apple because every day was exciting. He built Apple because he showed up relentlessly, day after day, through setbacks, through doubts, through failure. Motivation starts you. Discipline sustains you. And sustainability is what leads to greatness. So what is discipline really? At its core, discipline is a choice repeated until it becomes a habit. It's the act of aligning your actions with your commitments, regardless of your emotional state. It's not punishment. It's not rigidity. Discipline is actually freedom. Think about it. When you're disciplined with money, you gain the freedom to invest, to travel, to live without financial stress. When you're disciplined with health, you gain the freedom to move, to play, to live longer. When you're disciplined with time, you gain the freedom to create, to rest, to focus on what matters most. Most people think discipline is restriction. In reality, discipline is liberation. Because without discipline, you're a slave. Not to someone else, but to your own moods, temptations, and impulses. The disciplined person doesn't wait for life to hand them freedom. They create freedom through structure. Now, let's talk about how to build discipline. Step 1. Start small. Discipline is like a muscle. You don't walk into a gym and immediately lift 300 pounds. Start with what you can handle, and then you grow. If you struggle with consistency, don't start with an extreme 5 a.m. routine and a 10-hour grind schedule. Start with one small, non-negotiable commitment. Maybe it's 10 push-ups every morning. Maybe it's reading one page of a book. Maybe it's writing for 5 minutes. Why? Because the power is not in the size of the action. Power is in proving to yourself that you can keep your word. Step 2, remove choice. Discipline thrives when decisions are made in advance. For example, if you decide the night before that you're working out at 7 a.m., then 7 a.m. comes and there's no debate. You don't ask, do I feel like it? You already made the decision. Successful people reduce choices. They don't negotiate with themselves every day. They set rules and they follow them. Step 3, build systems, not willpower. Relying on willpower alone is a trap. Willpower is limited. Systems, on the other hand, conserve energy. If you want to eat better, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to focus, silence notifications. If you want to write more, set up a workspace where the only thing on the desk is your notebook or your laptop. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to suffer every day. It's about designing an environment that makes good decisions automatic. Let's be honest. Discipline often feels painful in the moment. Waking up early hurts. Sticking to a diet when everyone else is eating pizza hurts. Grinding through work when you'd rather relax hurts. But there's another kind of pain. The pain of regret. And regret always hurts more. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts a lifetime. Imagine 2 futures. In one, you wake up each day, do what you must, and push forward with discipline. 10 years later, you're stronger, wealthier, healthier, freer. In the other, you give in to comfort. Skip the hard things and let inconsistency rule your life. 10 years later, you're full of what-ifs. Which pain do you choose? Every time you act with discipline, you're choosing short-term discomfort for long-term greatness. And here's the secret. Over time, discipline itself becomes rewarding. The workout becomes energizing. Focused work becomes fulfilling. Progress becomes addictive. So how do you stay disciplined when life gets tough? 1. Anchor to your why. Discipline without a reason collapses. Know why you're doing what you're doing? Is it for your health, your family, your future? When the why is strong enough, the how becomes easier. 2. Embrace accountability. Tell someone your goals. Share your commitments. Discipline thrives when someone is watching, even if it's just a journal or a calendar. 3. Expect resistance. Don't be surprised when discipline feels hard. That's the whole point. Resistance isn't a sign that you're failing. Resistance is a sign that you're growing. 4. Celebrate progress. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Celebrate every small win. Those wins accumulate into unstoppable momentum. Here's the final piece of the blueprint: your identity. People who struggle with discipline often say, "I'm just not disciplined." But identity drives behavior. If you see yourself as someone who always quits, you'll keep quitting. Change the story. Tell yourself, "I am disciplined. I am consistent. I do what must be done." Even if it feels like a lie at first, repeat it. Act on it. Eventually, your actions will align with your identity. Discipline is not something you do occasionally. It's who you become. And once discipline becomes your identity, you won't even need motivation. You'll simply act, because that's who you are. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not flashy. But it's the most powerful force you can master. Motivation will start the fire, but discipline will keep it burning. So from today, don't ask, "Do I feel like it?" Ask, "What needs to be done?" Then do it. This is your blueprint. This is your freedom. It's your power. Discipline isn't the enemy of your dreams. It's the engine. Use it. Live it. Become it. Because when you master discipline, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, you cannot achieve.